Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. We're going to show you how to light up your landscape using a couple of our favorite mounts. The first is our tree mount stake that you can use for mounting your lights up in your trees for either uplighting or downlighting. They're very easy to use. They have a giant screw end on them that simply screws into the tree, and then you can go and mount your light on the stake as opposed to a ground stake. So it's a super easy way to get it in the tree. It allows you to easily back off the mount as the tree starts to grow, so that tree never grows over your lighting fixture. So it's a great way if you need to mount in a tree and just keep that light off the ground, or if you're looking at doing some down lighting and you want to mount that up in the tree and have that light shining down, the tree mount stake is a great and easy option for that. The second mount is our gutter mount. Again, one of our favorite mounts. Between the tree mount and the gutter mount, if you want to take your landscape lighting to the next level and do what most people are not doing, you want to go and get a couple of these mounts. Where you're going to use the gutter mount is anytime you have a second story to your home or some peaks that you want to go and light, but you don't know how to mount a light up there, this is a great option. It basically just fits in and screws into your gutter, and then your light will actually go and screw into here, as opposed to having to screw it into a ground stake. So it just mounts in there, and then you can go and angle that however you need to on that second story of your home. And because all the connections are waterproof, you can simply run that wire right up the east trough and into the gutter and make all your connections there, mount your light, and go, like I said, take that landscape lighting project to the next level by getting that whole second tier of your home lit properly. Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys enjoy this video with some more great landscape lighting tips. To learn more about landscape lighting, go and check out our website at lightingdoctor.ca, or if you want to see what a real quality landscape light should look like, go and check out our Try It Before You Buy It offer, where you can get a premium quality fixture at a discounted rate with your very own battery pack, so you can go and test out how that light's going to look and feel what a real premium quality light should look like. So go and check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or go watch more videos on YouTube just by searching for the Lighting Doctor. I just wanted to show you this real quick. If you see here, we got this bed area. This was an area that was totally isolated, that we couldn't get wire to really. We got this nice beautiful brick walkway here, but we're out on Vancouver Island, where it is an island and most of it's rock, and there's just no way we could tunnel underneath that sidewalk without going super deep and totally messing up the gardens. So what we did is, if you see behind me here, on this bush that goes up and then across the doorway here and then back down, what we did is we actually used the gutter, and we actually ran wire up the gutter, over the doorway, and down into this bed here, and we were easily able to do that. And now we didn't have to tear up the whole garden, but we can get power here and still keep all our lights on the same transformer. So sometimes you got to be a little creative with how you get wire to different areas, but there's always a way, and you'd never even know that that wire's there, because where we came back down in the bed is right behind a trellis that we ended up highlighting and featuring anyway, that you guys can't tell from the video, but I can see it's starting to look really, really good, so I'm glad we lit that up. And that wire's totally hidden, so you'd have no idea how we got that wire there. So sometimes you got to be a little creative. You don't always have to go under the sidewalk, so think of alternative ways. Hey guys, so this is a really cool example of a beautiful driveway leading down to the ocean. This is why I love the moonlighting effect, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it in this video, but we've got about 3 or 4 lights up above in the tree shining down. And if you can see, this is what's cool, is we kind of light the driveway and create these cool shadowing patterns that make it look like we have a full moon. And by far my favorite feature, and the thing we get commented on the most. Yes, it is a lot more work to get those lights up in the trees, but the effect is pretty phenomenal. So if you are up for it, I would definitely recommend a combination of some downlighting and some uplighting on the trees. Create some really cool effects. So we're going to show you a quick deck light here. We've got our post behind us, and we're actually going to have one that's going to go right inside the post. These are handy because you know, it's better. A lot of people will put in a deck, they'll put lights that are shooting up, and what I find happens is that when you're walking on the edges and you have a light shining in your eye, you can't see where you're stepping. So this is a good option. Hides the light source, and we're going to mount it right inside our post here. So this will be a long video, so Alex, hope you're doing some edits, but I'll show you how to install this cool little post light. First thing we have is our 3/4 inch hole drill. We've already measured it out. We've got 8 all along here, so we've already measured them out to make sure everything's gonna be the same height. Okay, now we're just gonna clean this hole out a bit with our spade bit, 1.5" spade bit. We're gonna go back. We're just gonna clean up our hole a little bit more here. All right, so nice thing with these little guys here is they come with this little mounting bracket, this little guy right here. The only thing we got to do before that is because we got to get our wire through, because we didn't drill all the way through. We just have a hole for our light. Usually I would just drill through the back, but because here I actually want to come out the side, I'm going to have my hole over on the side here so I can just come out and straight down. All right, now I'm going to throw my bracket in. Trusty rubber mallet. I'm going to feed my wire through my hole. So the brackets come with a couple little screws just to fasten this on there, so we're going to do that. All right, pop that light in there. Use our hammer again just to get that last little bit. That's in there, and last thing I'm going to do is literally I'm just going to grab my staple gun and I'm going to staple this as neatly and cleanly as I can down the back. I'm going to drop it underneath the deck, and I'm going to make all my waterproof connections in there. But good option. There's also some nice surface mount options that you can put on your post, so you don't have to drill a hole. And there's a whole bunch of different options. I like these ones because they just kind of fit in there snug. It's a different option, but there is lots of surface mount ones that you can basically just screw a plate on, do the same thing, just drill a hole for your wire through the back side and then drop it down, make all your connections under the deck. Just another cool example. If you can see this top peak here, where we used a couple gutter mounts and just focused them in on that top peak, really turns out. Second story peaks, definitely something you want to focus on if you can get the lights up there. Definitely brings your landscape lighting plan to the next level. Hey guys, now I'm going to show you some tree lighting examples and how we do that. Now I'm going to do it down low here. I've got my ladder. I'm going to go put it up in the tree, but it's tough to get my camera up there, so this is how we do it. We do it with these tree mount stakes, and the reason I like these is they're no maintenance. Sometimes you'll see people will mount lights to trees just using like a regular bracket, but what happens is as that tree grows, eventually grows right over that bracket, right over the wire and all that. So I'm going to show you how to do this properly so that you don't have to worry about that. And it's with these tree stakes. Super easy. See, the light screws actually into the top of here, and then this screws into our tree. So basically what I do is I just get it started with the hammer, get it in there a little bit, and then you can just use any screwdriver or anything. There's a little hole here, and you can just tighten that on. Keep spinning until you get it all the way in there. And the nice thing about that is now as the tree grows, it's easy to go and back that off. So as the tree starts getting wider, starts getting closer to the end, all you have to go do is do the opposite now, and you can just slowly back that off a little bit. So that's why I like that. Once you got it in there, pretty simple. Then your fixture is just a 1/2 inch thread, just pops in there and screws in. Now I don't have this all the way in, so it's not going to be super steady, but it'll give you the right idea, and then you just make your adjustments, shine it down. One thing I will say is anytime you're doing downlighting, something you do want to do is get one of these hex baffles. I don't know if you can see this little honeycomb, sorry this bee's bugging me here, this little honeycomb shaped filter. Basically what that does is it just goes underneath the lens, and then now when that's shining down, it helps deflect the glare, because especially with downlights that are shining down, if you walk right under it or kind of in the proximity of it, sometimes it's shining right in your eye. What this does, it helps deflect that a little bit, so it's not as bright in your eye. And then lastly, the other question I get is how do you go and secure the wire to the tree? Because you can leave it just dangling like this, which is great, but then it's visible and people don't always like that. So how you can go secure that is actually just use these zip ties with screw holes in it. Again, another reason that we use those is because it's easy to go and back that screw off as that tree grows bigger, because so many times I see people who just screw the wire or staple it to the tree or something, and then within a year or two you can't find that wire anymore because the tree's grown right over it. Well, this eliminates that, and basically all you do now is you go and you screw that zip tie to the tree, and then you can go now put the zip tie around the wire, and then you can secure it to the tree. But what it does too is not only does it keep it from the tree growing around it, but as that tree grows, now the wire has some play so it can grow with it. So at the base, anytime you do tree lighting, you want to leave a little bit of wire coiled up and buried so that tree can grow, and you just keep pulling that wire up. And if you need to, over time you can back this off. That's how you keep lights in trees for a long time. And with the lights that we use, they're designed for that. They're not designed to only be up there for 3 to 5 years. They're designed to be up there for as long as you want them to. So that's how you go properly mount a light in a tree to get that cool downlighting effect we talk about all the time. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video presentation with some great tips and tools on how to go and properly and effectively light up your landscape. And be sure, if you want your own free consultation video, just send me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca with a few pictures of your property, and we'll get back to you with some really cool ideas and ways to go and effectively light your property. And be sure to watch the videos after this one for more tips on how to install landscape lighting, as well as how to light up your landscape the best way possible.